In this video I want to give you 4 reasons why you should shoot the sunrise. Good morning. I'm finally taking my first photo for today. I was a little bit scared that it didn't gonna happen today because I'm so tired. Our first photo, I already took a vertical photo and also a horizontal photo of this beautiful scenery. We are looking down here in this valley. It all comes together here in that same point. We got some colors in the sky, super beautiful. I've been walking more than half an hour and the way was only down, so I'm super glad that I found this beautiful view, because along the way I saw a few good compositions, but it was not yet the composition that I needed because there wasn't any light. But now the sun is starting to rise. The colors are slowly fading away. In the foreground we have some grass in the picture, but on the sides here we have some branches that you can see. But in the vertical photo I just made sure they were not in the frame. I didn't want to include them because our eye will be distracted because of those branches. And I also included a little bit more sky into the frame. In the sky we have some color and some clouds, so it's perfect to lead our eye to the clouds and to the sky. Welcome to the channel. Today we are in Durbuy. It's a lower part of Belgium and it's super beautiful out here. I'm visiting here with my family and today I woke up at 4 in the morning to shoot the sunrise. I really thought I would go home without any shots. The first one is in. I just walked the whole way down to conclude. There are only houses out here and not any great composition, so I can walk up again. And my legs are tired from yesterday's walk, so it's gonna be a fun one. Whoop. I hope we will find some great compositions on the way up, but at least we can enjoy the views. They are wondering what I'm doing, but they're also a little bit scared. I just shot our second photo for this morning, and I'm shooting this beautiful tree here. On the bottom it's surrounded by some green bushes, and the first sunlight for today is shining onto that tree. Very beautiful. And I also have some green from the mountaintops in the lower part of the picture. But behind our tree we have some mist in the landscape. And that creates for some beautiful contrast in the photo. And for the people who watched last week's video, last week I was shooting over there on the other side of that beautiful tree. This is the day after that day. 2 morning shoots after each other. Every time that I'm gonna stop to catch my breath, I want to give you 4 reasons why you should shoot the sunrise. I know a lot of people are not morning people. For me it's also a very difficult time to wake up, but it's so beautiful when you wake up in the morning. So the first one is, when you do a sunrise shoot, or when you're a little bit before the sunrise, you probably end up all alone. So you have the place for yourself to shoot, to get your composition set. Go to bed a little bit earlier than normal and set that alarm. I know in summer like now it's very hard to wake up because this morning it was 4 in the morning. The second reason why you should shoot or sunrise is you will get great conditions with sunrises that you don't have at sunsets, like mist in the landscape. And the first light of the day is always a little bit more special than a sunset. Don't get me wrong, sunsets are also very beautiful to shoot, but the light at sunrise isn't the same like a sunset. That's also a reason that I shoot a lot of sunrises then instead of sunsets. The Dino Cup. I forgot my own water bottle for this weekend. I took one out of the car for my sons. It's necessary to drink a lot of water when you're hiking. The lack of sleep is impacting my photography eye, my photography skills. Yesterday, last week's video, I was just standing somewhere and I saw a lot of compositions. And this morning it's very hard to find a good composition. Maybe I'm at the wrong place. When you see this view, there should be a composition. I'm gonna take the telelens and search for a composition here in the landscape. Because we have that beautiful light, so there should be a great composition. Yeah, let's see, because I'm losing light just looking around. I just took a picture with the church in the frame. I'm not a big fan of the picture actually. Just missing something, I don't know. When I'm looking here downhill, I see this beautiful tree, a very beautiful shaped little tree, and the sun is shining onto that tree, so I'm gonna take a vertical photo of this one. We have a little bit of green grass in the foreground, but out of focus. And in the back of that tree we have a back wall of other trees, but I took this photo at f5.6 because the telelens is the lowest aperture at this total length. If I could, I would make the shallow depth of field a little bit shallower, but it is what it is. I like this beautiful tree a lot more than the photo of the church. I'm gonna try something else today. We have this beautiful fireweed here. It's a purple flower. I'm gonna shoot this at 1.8. So we have a very shallow depth of field. And we can separate it from all the other leaves in the back. And the sun is shining very softly on this fireweed. I just moved my aperture from 1.8 to 2.8 because the 1.8 shallow depth of field was a little bit too much, because the middle of the flower is also a little bit out of focus, and I want to have the middle and the petals of the flower in focus in this shot. So let me know what you think of this photo. Is it something that you like? Should I do it more? The smaller flowers are also part of the landscape, so I think it's a very beautiful shot. The third reason why you should shoot at sunrise is you will have the contrast in your pictures will be less, and with the soft light you have soft shadows, so that creates for a very beautiful photo. I got distracted by a deer that's jumping into the landscape. The last photo for today, and using the telelens again. What I'm doing here is I'm using the bushes on the sides of the pathway to frame my frame. So I'm using a natural frame to frame my composition that I'm shooting actually. And in the landscape here we have a line that goes up into the landscape, and it's probably a little river with water, and there are some trees on the side of that river, so I'm shooting that but a little bit more. And I focus in the distance where I'm shooting the trees, because I'm focusing so far. The pathway and my natural frame are just a little touch out of focus, so it's a little bit softer than the actual frame that I'm shooting. That's the last one for today, because the light is already too hard for my taste. And the last reason why you should go shoot at sunrise, the chances are bigger that you come across some animals that you don't see at daytime. Like for example, yesterday when I was driving to the location, I came across some deer that are in the middle of the road. So I actually had to stop my car to wait for them to pass along. That's something I never see in the Belgian part where I live. Oh, I'm so overexposed. Yes, that's better. And if you really hate to wake up at that early, especially in summer, then you also can shoot sunsets. And the only thing I'm gonna say is thank you for watching. If you're new here, I hope you stick around. I will post every week a video on Thursday. And I hope you had fun with this video. With this said, I will see you next week. Bye. Is a low and for the people who watched last week's episode, and for the people F5 point. Bye.